Yes guys, how is it going? And welcome back to a video on my channel. Something a little different, but I've seen it going around and I thought why not jump on it and do it myself, show you guys what I think. And yeah, as you can tell by the title, we're doing our Euro 2020 predictor. I don't know why it can just be called Euro 2021. I know it's supposed to be last year, but why not just change the name to Euro 2021? Don't get it. But yeah, we're going to start it. All England fans are optimistic this year. I think it is probably our best chance at winning a major tournament for a very, very long time. But I don't want to get our hopes up and I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. The way the group could fall doesn't do England many favours either. But to be the best, you've got to beat the best. So, yeah, I think we just jump into it and we'll start with Group A. So, some of the ones I've seen, everybody is putting like the best teams. I don't think this Euros is going to be all the best teams. I think there's going to be a couple underdogs. I really, really do. I don't think it's going to be like all the best teams winning straight away. That being said, this group here, Italy, are my number ones. I think Italy are underlooked massively. Their team's very good now. They've got a lot of youngsters. I feel like their team's coming along like England. They still have the experience with like Chiellini at the back, but then they've got like that Bastoni next to him, who's only like 18 or 19, I believe. And throughout the pitch, Italy have a very good team. I feel like they could be underdogs, but I don't know. But what I was trying to say exactly like that is like I wouldn't be surprised if Italy didn't even make it out of their group, because second for me, I'm gonna put Switzerland. Um, so that's probably quite controversial, but I can see them getting through their group. It is between them and Wales, so we'll pop Wales in third, and then obviously that means for me Turkey's going to be last. Um, I don't know. Switzerland, just for me, they stand out a bit more. They have. I feel like they got the players in the right positions. So they've got Berkey or Sommer. Obviously, I don't know which one actually starts for them, but they've got two good keepers straight away. They've got Mbabu, they've got Akanji, they've got Xhaka, they've got Mbolo, I believe he'll play. Like, they've got Shaqiri. They have a decent squad. Obviously, I don't know the full squad, but the players I do know makes me think they're going to do okay. So for me, that's how Group A will finish. For like Group B, you can again not put Belgium here. I do think they'll not walk the group, but I think they will win all three games, with Denmark probably coming in second, Russia third, and Finland last for me. I mean, again, I'm probably like contradicting myself a bit and I'm putting everything how most people see it, but for these groups, I just can't see Belgium losing to any of these teams. Denmark and Belgium, I think, could potentially draw on the day, meaning these would both finish on 7 points. Russia would probably just beat Finland. Unfortunately, I think Finland will lose all three games. Only player I can think of is Pukki. I don't know any other Finnish players, not off the top of my head anyway. Haradecki in goal, but two players don't make a team. And then Russia, I'm only putting them in third because I can't remember what it was. Was it the last Euros? They hosted it. Was it the last Euros? Correct me if I'm wrong. But they just had such a good run. So for me, they will beat Finland, but I think they'll lose to Denmark because Denmark's got like a very good team. Schmeichel, Christensen, Eriksson, Højbjerg, Delaney, Poulsen. They've got good players. So for me, this is how this group will finish. But as much as I think Belgium will win it, I wouldn't be surprised if Denmark do win it. So this here could go either way, but for me, that's how I'm going to put it. So Group C, again, the only way to do this is because England just played Austria. They've got an okay team, but they didn't cause England many problems. So for me, they're second, and I have to put Netherlands first. Again, I'm just doing it off paper, I guess, like teams on paper, only because Austria didn't really cause England many problems is the reason why I've put them below Netherlands. And then Ukraine and, I mean, North Macedonia, again, will they pick up any points? I can't see it happening. Ukraine could easily draw with Austria and beat these. So these two could finish on 4. This might go on goal difference. I do see Netherlands beating all 3 teams, so this could easily do that. But for me, I'm going to put Austria here just because I think they'll score more against North Macedonia. So we get to England's group, and I want it to come home as much as the next man. I cannot wait. It is going to be amazing. England need to get their group off to a good start. And the only way they're doing that is if they beat Croatia. So there's rivalry there. Obviously, Croatia knocked us out the World Cup. The absolute heartbreak. But I honestly don't know. I won't be surprised if Croatia win the group. I won't be surprised if England bottle it. So I was in the pub with my friend the other day, and we was looking at like bets to do. I wouldn't be surprised if England drew all 3 of their games 0-0. 2,000 to 1. Bet if you're over 18. Don't do it else. I would not be surprised if England struggled to score goals. They've got a great team. They've got a great attack. But I can just see it. I can just see that type of thing happening. And then England could finish on 3 points in like third. I could see that happening. But for me, Scotland are coming last. I mean, Scotland are Scotland. To me, they don't have a great squad at all. Sorry if you're Scottish, but they just don't. The Czech Republic, again, they won't come first. I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to put them here. They've got Thomas Souček. They've got Kufal. Like, the West Ham players are kind of the only 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. And they're not going to make it easy for teams like England. They're 100% not. They've got Pavlenka in goal. So again, plays in a good league. So he's got to be a half-decent keeper. Honestly, I think England have a difficult group. I think they will struggle. I don't think it's as easy as people are thinking. I really don't. But for that reason, I am going to put England in second, and I'm going to put Croatia top of the group. I just think England are going to struggle. I think pressure's going to get to them. Yes, they have home advantage in some games, but I don't know. I think England are going to bottle it because only reason I think that is because so many people are really optimistic this year. So for that reason, I kind of just look at it the other way and think, no, sorry, England are gonna upset us all. They will get through their group. I'm confident of that. Even if it's in third, hopefully they get through. But yeah, that's my prediction for that group. I hope I'm wrong and England win all 3 games. I hope I'm massively wrong, but you never know. So Group E, again, is this Slovakia or Slovenia? It's Slovakia. So again, only reason I know some players is through FIFA anyway. But for me, they're going to come third. For me, Sweden are going to come last in this group. I just don't think Sweden have the players at the minute. Ibra's obviously out injured. They've got that Isaac from Real Sociedad. They've got Forsberg from Leipzig. But I don't know. Just something about me says Sweden are going to struggle. I think they're going to struggle to find goals. And I also think they're going to struggle to keep clean sheets. For me, again, I don't think the best teams are going to walk it. I'm going to put Spain in second, and I'm going to put Poland here. Again, I think both of these teams are going to finish on 7 points. I think they'll win 2, and I do think they'll draw against each other. I just think Poland will get a better goal difference. I know, again, one player doesn't make a team. I've said that. But Lewandowski is in the form of his life. I think he has been for the last 2 seasons now. Like, he's just broke the Bundesliga record for goals in a season. And I think defences in this team will struggle. I mean, Spain do have a good squad, but Spain are a team like England. They seem to bottle a lot. And correct me if I'm wrong, it's either Spain or Germany, I think. In the World Cup, they went out in the group stages. So there's that. So for me, this is what I'm doing. I don't want it to be the best teams from each group because I really don't think that's how it's going to be. And then finally, we get to Group F, aka the Group of Death. People writing off Hungary instantly. I understand why. You look at the next 3 teams next to them. I just feel like Hungary have, in everyone's eyes, nothing to play for. Hungary can go in and just ooze. Like they've not got to prove a point. They're least favourites in this group. I would not be surprised if Hungary finished third and one of these teams finished last. I would not be surprised. So if, say they draw to, for example, Germany, and Portugal and France both beat Germany, they're on a point. So it'll be about goal difference between these two. I just think one of these three teams are going to struggle. Everyone's prediction I've saw, or yes, seen, not sure, have put France to win it. And again, I understand why, but I don't think France are going to win it. The thing is, me putting Hungary here is I don't know out of these three teams which one it's going to be. I'm going to put Germany to struggle, and I don't think Germany are going to make out the group stage. That's controversial, I know, and that probably will finish. What's going on? Like that. It probably will. But for now, I'm going a bit controversial. I think Germany will struggle. I don't know why. Just something tells me one of these three will, and out of the three, I think it's going to be Germany. And following that, for me, it's France second, Portugal first. I think France have a fantastic team. If Kante runs the show every game, France will go the distance like 100%. They've got the defence, they've got the midfield, literally in Kante alone, and they've got the attack. France could go the whole way again. Obviously, just come off the back of a World Cup as well. But for me, this year, Portugal's team, obviously they won the last Euros too. Portugal's team just is not the best it's been, but for years, again, I would say it's probably up there with the best they've had. So for me, I'm going controversial here, and I'm doing that. One of these three teams, in my opinion, will go out, and Hungary will get the third spot. I've just got a feeling about that. So then we get to predicting the third place teams. So for me, I don't think it'll be Hungary. Because like I said, I think that group's going to go on goal difference anyway. And the other one, what did I say would be goal difference? I think it was Wales-Turkey, wasn't it? So I'm going to leave Wales going out as well. And I'm going to put through Russia, Ukraine, Czech Republic, and Slovakia. So moving on to the round of 16. If what I said happens, England draw Spain. There's some nice games here, and it's nice to see it different. Like I said, so many predictions I've seen, and I've not even just done this to try and be different. This is genuinely my thoughts. Everyone's look the exact same when it gets to this part, and it's just boring to see. So that's why it's just like a bit fresh. Like, it's nice to see some different fixtures here. So here, Belgium, Slovakia. I do think Belgium will win this. I really do. Here again, just because Austria didn't cause England problems, that's all I'm going off. I will go for Italy to get through here. And here, Portugal for me are the team to watch. And then it gets to England-Spain. And here is where, again, it gets controversial. I think England are going to struggle. I don't think it's going to be as easy as everyone thinks. And I know I sound such a, well, bit of a not really saying that, because you always want your home teams to do well. And like I've said earlier, I want England to get through as much as the next person. But I'm unsure. Spain, I don't think, like I said earlier, are, like, they bottle it as well. So if England draw Spain, England will nick it. And I'm sure if this happens, I can't remember, there is a way. England have to win their group, I think, to play at Wembley. So this wouldn't be at Wembley, but I think it'd be in, I can't remember where it said, but we're going to go England. We are going to go England. Poland, Russia. Again, Lewandowski is going to carry Poland this year. I got something in me. And then here, we get a repeat of the World Cup final. And it has to be France. I mean, they absolutely battered Croatia. Again, Croatia may come back with a bit of a fight, but if my prediction is right, this here would be England as well. So we would have France in the quarters. But yeah, we're going to go France. And then finally, we will put the Netherlands. And I think here we'll go Denmark. So then we get to the quarters. And that looks a great set of quarters. We've lost some big teams, but we'll start bottom up this time. Denmark, Netherlands. Again, I'm going to go Denmark. I think they're going to be a team that have a run this year. I don't know why. They've just got a squad that says... For me, it's Denmark and Poland. They're the two teams that I just think are going to have a good tournament, and I don't know why. They have squads that are underlooked, we'll say. But here, we are going to go France. France will knock out Poland. And then we get to England, Portugal. And as I've said many a time, I want to try and keep this real. And I don't just want to put England in the final and them as my winners for the sake of it. I think the Portugal team is not one to be messed with this year. So for me, this is where England's journey will come to an end. And Portugal will knock us out if this happens. And then we got a very tasty quarter here with Belgium versus Italy. And for me, it's where Italy's run will come to an end. Belgium, obviously, they're the #1 ranked team in the world. So obviously, they've got a good squad. And then straight away, they're meeting again. France and Portugal is my final. This one here could go either way. It really could. But I do think these two teams, if my prediction's right, even if it's Germany that go through instead of Portugal and my group prediction was like flipped, I think two teams from the group of death will meet again in the final. It's just my opinion. Even if it's Portugal, Germany, France, Germany, I just think they're going to meet again. And then, like I said, everyone's putting France to win it. For me, my team to honestly watch out for this year is Portugal. I think they're going to win it back to back. So that is my prediction. If you've done one of these, or even if you just have a team that you think's going to win, let me know in the comments down below. It's interesting to see. Obviously, we all want it to come home. Hopefully this says England. In a month's time when it finishes, hopefully this is England that's won it. But we'll have to wait and see. I think, like I've said through the video, the underdogs for me are Poland and Denmark. They're the two that I just think are going to have a good tournament and not underlooked, but I think they will have a good run. There's always a team like that. There just always is. So maybe it won't be this year, but if there is, for me, it's Denmark or Poland. And then, yeah, top goal scorer, I think Ronaldo. Ronaldo will carry them, or even Bruno potentially. Like, I don't know. I just wouldn't be surprised between those two. I don't know who takes the penalties for Portugal. Obviously, I don't watch them that often, but them as a squad, I don't know. Just something about me is saying Portugal are going to have a good tournament. Obviously, Ruben Diaz, Cancelo, Semedo, Rui Patricio. Again, don't know who plays, but even Pepe, I presume he still plays, and I just think they've got a good team. So that is my predictions, guys. Let me know in the comments, like I said, down below what you think and who you think the winner is going to be. And until next time, guys, stay safe, have a good day, and peace.